Hi there, this is Kristen, your registered dietitian and health coach with today's nutrition tip on the step-by-step transition to a paleo diet. So there's two different types of people who transition to the paleo diet. There's the person who can just quit cold turkey, go hard, go home, and just be handed the 30-day reset and go implement. And then there's the other person who needs to move more slowly into this transition, as they're more likely to adhere to the diet if they take it step by step. So this nutrition tip today is for the slow transition to paleo. I just wanted to offer some strategies or ways to make the transition to paleo. Again, if the end result is following or adopting the paleo framework, there's no right or wrong way to get there. Just know that if you're making a slower transition, you're less likely to see some of the immediate results that someone who quits or transitions cold turkey to a paleo diet might see. So again, it's a slow transition, meaning the results and health benefits that you might receive will happen a little slower. So step one, a first step that you could start with if you're making a slow transition would be just eliminating foods that you know to irritate your stomach. So if you're somebody who's kind of already walking into paleo knowing like that you can see adverse reactions from, say, gluten or soy or dairy or something like that, but you still incorporate these things in your diet, that's a good place to start. Just start with eliminating those known irritants from your diet. That could be one way to start. Another way to start could be if you're somebody who your biggest issue is you're super busy and you've gotten in the habit of eating out at most of your meals, a good maybe first step for you would just be trying to cook more of your meals at home. And then how you choose to move on to the next step, again, for the person who goes cold turkey to paleo or the person who needs a slow transition, the end goal is the same. The goal is 30 days on a elimination diet, paleo diet. But again, we can get there in different ways. So as long as your end goal is the paleo framework, how you go about it is okay. So once you've adopted one step and it seems seamless, easy, that's when you take on the next step. So maybe you've already eliminated gluten, dairy, soy, and you're ready to move on to another allergen, maybe grains or something like that. And then maybe once you have all the foods eliminated, but you're still eating out, which could be a challenge in itself, but may be possible, then you adopt something else like, okay, let's try to eat from home. So you only move to the next step when the current step is easy and seamless and a habit. Otherwise, you're more likely to become overwhelmed and give up. And that's what we don't want. We want dietary adherence. We want you moving to the paleo framework. So another step could be just trying to cook more of your meals at home. And then once you've mastered these two steps, you could focus on the paleo framework of the ideal paleo meal. So making sure that you have your non-starchy vegetables, your starchy tubers and root vegetables, your high quality protein, your probiotic rich foods. So then you start to focus on like what your meals are comprised of. That's another step you could take. Once you start to master these things, maybe you then start to focus on the lifestyle factors. For example, getting 8 hours of sleep a night, managing your stress better, implementing a daily meditative ritual, like adding in all these things. So I just wanted to help show you guys that it doesn't have to be, of course, in a perfect world, we would just dive all in and get started on the 30 days, but that doesn't always work for everybody, especially if you're trying to like get your family on board and they're not ready for a big lifestyle overhaul. You have kids to cook for, a spouse to cook with, something like that. This step-by-step approach might be a little bit easier. And again, there's no right or wrong way. The end goal for someone who takes the step-by-step approach, it's still the same as somebody who goes paleo cold turkey. So it's totally up to you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.